everybody. I am Michael Stuckey, and I have made it on Dominion TV. Yes. My name is Michael Stuckey, and I am from the United States. I'm currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a minister of the gospel. I am a psalmist. I am working in the office of the prophet at this time. I am home here in my city, Accra, Ghana. For the last about 15 years, I have been a part of different ministries. But for the last 3 years, in 2017, I decided to step out on faith, to trust God and do ministry in my own full capacity. I have literally served different countries from the UK to Canada to the United States and now Africa. I have literally came and served, but now God has also opened doors for me to have my own ministry that will go into the four corners of the earth. Before I got into music, I was a CEO of the company called the Canadian Glass Awards. I started it back in 2011. God told me, and I was a manager before that of different ministers and artists and stuff like that in the United States. And I got to the point where I seen that the artists were let down because of political things in the gospel arena. So God gave me the dream to start my own award show in Toronto, Canada. And I took a vision that was nothing, it was just directly from God, took it to another land that was flowing with milk and honey that had no or even heard of an award show that was for industry level artists. So I brought it to Canada. I did 6 years so far, from 2011 to 2017. Then I took a break and wanted to focus on my own personal ministry. I've been in the music industry since 2006. Singing background for a lot of the Grammy Award and Stellar Award winners in the United States. Ricky Dillard, I did a song with Karen Clark Sheard from the legendary Clark Sisters. I have done songs with, oh my gosh, I've been on stages with so many people, Donna Lawrence and Shirley Caesar, to Yolanda Adams, to the Clark Sisters, to Fred Hammond. I've been on the same platforms with. So since 2006, Jonathan Nelson, the list go on and on. But I did not walk into my full capacity of ministry until 2017. The experience, when I first started, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. It was hard. I was working day in and day out, just trying to have a piece of the American pie of the industry that we look towards and the success. But I learned and I desired not to compromise who I was to get to that place. So my 2017 was the hardest years of my life. I was throwing money away, paying everybody to play my music. I was paying radio coordinators, PR, managers, and they were trying to make me this next Donnie McClurkin because I have this big voice. But God said, no, I only have one Donnie McClurkin. We don't need another. I need a Michael Stuckey. I need someone who will say yes. So 2017 was a hard year for me. It was hard because I felt like I had this great capacity, but I was not able to be expressed. I didn't have the swag like everybody else had. I didn't play the guitar. At that time, 2017, Travis Green played the guitar, Jonathan Marino played the guitar, Casey James played the guitar. What's the guy who sang Falling in Love with Jesus? Jonathan, I forgot his name. He played the guitar. So the guitar was a hot thing at the time. They'll play 2 or 3 little chords and they put it behind their back and then everybody fall in love with them and then they wear the jeans, the hose cut out. But how you had this church boy who was like a Baptist deacon who would wear suits all the time. And I felt like I hold this big capacity, but I was not being let loose. So it wasn't until I went to Kenya in 2018 when a prophetic word came over my life and my impartation of what I carry now, the grace that I carry, from Dr. Robert Laridan, the man who wrote God's General, and Pastor Benny Hinn, and also Sam Hinn, and Mom Teresa from Kenya, have laid hands on me and put this mantle of grace that I walk in now. And they gave me one instruction. The Lord spoke to them. He said, I'm reinstating the true office of the psalmist. For the ones that went before you have looked for fame and fortune, and they have lost and miscarried the covenant that they have with God. But if you get rid of the industry, I will open up the 4 corners of the earth for you. And at that moment, August 2018, I have decided to say yes. Got rid of the industry. I fired everybody all at one time. My managers, my PR, my record came, everything. I got rid of contracts. I was in contract. I got rid of it. And I said, to God be the glory, I say yes. And from that moment, all of doors that I've walked in, I don't even know the last time I sat at home and just really enjoyed myself. God has opened doors from here, from Africa to Kenya to Johannesburg to Nigeria to the UK to Italy to Canada to the United States to Europe to the Caribbean islands. He has opened up the doors that no man will be able to shut. My greatest moments when I came to Africa. Africa, outside of the Banku, outside of the Banku, outside of the Ghanaian jollof rice. That's, if y'all ain't never had jollof rice, y'all better come to Ghana. Now Nigerians with the bait. Now I'm like, okay, get free. Y'all just prejudiced over your own food. Y'all don't want to eat nobody else's food, but y'all have to go about 400 some miles to Ghana, and you're gonna see the best jollof rice. Now Nigerians get the best suya. Lay hands on me. I'm about to fall. They got the best suya. Whew. And they got egg sauce. But outside of that, let me tell you what drew me to Africa is the heart of the people and how they thirst for God. It can't be compared to what we have in the Western civilization in the United States, that the poorest man look like he's rich. The poorest man put on their best for the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And when you see ministries, when I pulled up here at Dominion TV, I seen hospitals on campus. I seen restaurants. I seen a bank. I seen a place where the seed that people sow into the ground, guess what? And you can never say anything from this day forward. I would never say anything. I tell people, be careful what you do, say and put your mouth on the man of God and the vision of houses, because when you step here to Dominion TV, guess what? You're going to see where the seed has went into the ground. You're going to see that it is multiplying. And good ground is where you should sow your seed at. But in the West, it's been so much compromising. In the West, there's been so many things that people look at as God, but it's a form of God, but it doesn't have the power. But I believe that revival is about to hit the West, but it's about to start in the East. It's going to start here in Africa, and it's going to flow into the United States. And God is going to bring alignment. But in Africa, that's why I'm here. Why the corona going on over here? I ain't heard number a few cases here in Africa. This is a safe place. I'm safe in his arms here in Africa. But I would say Africa, the heart of the people. The heart of the people, the heart of the pastors have drew me to what this, while we are created to do in this earth, to take dominion over this earth and be fruitful and multiply. That is what's here in Africa, and that's why I'm connected to Africa. So I have to be very careful because of the anointing that I carry, the grace that I carry, that I have to say it comes with a price. There was a song said, "My life is not my own, to you I belong. Give myself away, give myself away." It comes with a price. It comes with loneliness. Sometimes you really don't have friends that you can call on. You don't really have a life that you can go and enjoy like everybody else. You can't go to certain places. You can't, the perception is so important. So every decision that you make today, I think about it as if it's a part of, I'm the president of somebody's country. I have to think about, this is my detail, this is where I got to go, because one mistake can alter the direction of what God is going to do in your life. One mistake can cause someone to lose their relationship with God because they look up to you. They look up to you. So I am on guard. I'm on guard with content that I put out online. I'm on guard in conversations that I have online. I'm on guard. I am still funny. I'm still Michael Stuckey, but I ask the Lord, this thing called the Holy Ghost, to lead me and guide me. And if I do make a mistake, I will go back and be the first one to say, I am sorry. And I have made mistakes. I went places I ain't supposed to go. But it comes with a price that you have to say, I will not lose what I have worked so hard for, just for the sake of this pleasing the flesh. But so far, I have not had any low moments. I do miss my son. I have a son in the United States. And my only regret outside of that is that being a father, you have to have balance. You have this new generation that's being led by what they see, the social media. I grew up old school. I look young, but I'm about to be 40 years old in 3 weeks. I'll be 40 years old this year. And I literally grew up old school. My mom didn't play. We grew up with honor in our homes. We didn't disrespect our parents. This generation is totally different. But they face a lot of spiritual warfare than we didn't have to face. We didn't have social media when I grew up. We didn't have cell phone. We had our home. Now they have the world system that is literally controlling everything they desire. And I literally would say this, my only regret is that I had to go back. Even recently while I've been in Africa, even if I may not have understood what I did, but to tell my son, I'm sorry. I am sorry. As a father, I didn't make the best decisions. I am sorry that I didn't hear you. I'm sorry that I literally didn't understand. But take the time you need. But understand this, I love you. And as your father, I'm praying that God turn your heart to understand, even as a man of God, that I make wrong decisions. I drive Uber. Uber is my second ministry. I love church, but after you get done tired of church and you pray and pray, I like to have a natural life. So I drive Uber. I connect. And I think it's so important as ministers of the gospel that we have an outlet, because God has given you more capability, more streams of income, more creative idea, more skills. We just have to spend our time in sharpening those skills. It's just that I like communication. My communication, I can't answer phones. Thank you for calling Dominion TV. How can I help you? We want to be up there. I can't do the phone. So I have to be in the public. I got to be in public eye. So I drive and I write. I like to drive and I write songs as I'm driving through the country, as I'm driving through the mountains. I'm inspired. If I hear someone testimony saying they feel like giving up, I will write a song on how you're going to win, how you're going to stand through the test of the storm. And that is where my inspiration comes. It's very few songs that I write from my own self-experience, because I am a man of massive faith. I am a man of massive faith. I decree it, it shall be established. God has no other choice but to act on my behalf. I don't need a preacher to pray for me. I give him back his word. I say, your word shall not return to you void. You are my God that I serve. You have until tomorrow to provide this need. And he acts on my behalf. So my songs come from those places. And my songs is doctrinally sound. They have to be doctrinally sound. They have to penetrate the spirit. They have to be not from a place of the past. They have to be from a place of where we're going. I am free. No more chains holding me. The promises of God is on you, which is that EK, that you are blessed. Mia Ishura, that you are blessed. The blessing of the Lord maketh you rich, and it add no sorrow to it. Iwola Bami, Woo Yo Woo Ra. That's you are my king. So that's where my songs come. And I love Africa, so I learned how to sing in like 4 different languages, working on my 5th one, which is Swahili. But y'all gotta help me, because that alphabet is just too long. I'm like, what is this? This is a whole new alphabet. The glass words, I'm like, I have to meet it in a humble way. I'm like the Moses of Canada. I led them to a place where I seen people's dreams that was dead spring back up. I led them to a place where I seen people who was rejected had a chance to be on national television in Canada, the whole of Canada. God sent me on assignment. For 3 years of the award show, no one knew who I was. I'll be the one in a t-shirt sweeping the floor. No one knew that. Some people would be rude to me. Get out of my way. And they wouldn't know that I'm the founder, the CEO of it. But it was never about me. It was about going to the land of Canada and to raise up minstrels, raise up prophets, raise up the next generation for the next 100 years to be able to be inspired to make music for the kingdom. They never had anybody. In 2011, I went to Canada and I started the Glass Awards. It was hard at first because they did not understand me. They thought I was like the Pharisees, coming in and just getting the money and leaving back out. But I proved myself. To this day, they respect the God that I serve. And I did it for 7 years, from 2011 to 2017. And when I tell you, it was hard, but I won the people. And I literally felt that I now needed to work on my own personal ministry. So sometimes you have to take a break. You have to take a break. And that's what caused my relationship with my son to be, because I wasn't there all the time. I was traveling back and forth. So I literally had to, and I'm being very honest with Dominion TV, because y'all, you can see the realness. I literally had to take a break from Canada. And I told them for the last 2 years, I'm gonna focus on my ministry. But I said, I have not forgotten. And God will send me signs. Recently, I was here in Ghana about 2 weeks ago, and I got a sign. Somebody reposted an old post of me talking about the vision of the Glass Awards. And I said, I see you. I said, but I'm coming back. And I made it known. I said, I'm coming back and I'm going to train you guys to take this vision and to run with it. That means everything God has given me, I'm going to train you how to do it. It doesn't mean that I have to have 100% of the company. No. A man is wise. They will give it, pass it to the sons. They'll pass it to the daughters to take it. I want to train you how to think creatively, how to think futuristically. I'm gonna train you guys how to be integral, because some of the award shows are not integral, but the Glass Awards is integral. Every detail, every vote, it's not rigged. It's not based on money. You pay me 5,000 CDs and you get the award. I refuse to compromise to this day. And I want to make sure when I train the next generation to lead this award show, I did it for 6 years. It's time for me to pass the torch and do whatever God wants me to do here in Ghana, here in Ghana. I'm gonna say it again, here in Ghana. But the Glass Award is coming back again. I am going to Canada when I get back to the United States, and I'm going to do a meeting. I'm sowing my own seed, and I'm going to train people to connect with, even people that have walked away from the church. Let's go back and get them. Let's go back and pull them in. Their gift is needed for the kingdom. Let's instill in them that you are valuable. And there are people you'd be surprised that have the ability to make this award show be bigger than I can do. But I'm going back to Canada as soon as I land, and I'm going to train them how to take this award show. And I could just go down in the archives as being the founder. That's it. Get a little small piece of the pie. Give me 10%. I ain't got to do the 100% work. So now I'm fine with that, and I want to see this vision carry on. My favorite is, to this day, was live here in Ghana. It is called, song is called Speak Lord. It's featured Prosper. Y'all know him as that cool man, you are the living God, though. Is there no one like you? Speak Lord would be my favorite song today. I have personal favorite, but Speak Lord, because there's a time when people are just operating, they're functioning, and God, they haven't heard God's voice speak to them. And I commanded through this song that Speak Lord, Father, it is me. And I'm waiting on you to speak. And I said, speak, Lord, speak. Speak, Lord. And I brought my brother Prosper on this song. And what I say, it gives me like goosebumps every time I hear it. Yeah, Prosper ain't even heard the song. He ain't gonna hear it until y'all hear it. When they come out, I don't want nobody changing it. You ain't gonna change it because you don't like your little run you do. This is what God had put in order, and no man is gonna stop it. But Speak, Lord, and it's coming out next month in April. And I tell you, the song blesses me because I know it's a song for this generation. But one of my favorite songs outside of Speak Lord that I know is Speak for the Generation is what's Speaking for Africa. It's my new current song, and it's a Ike Chineke, Unkwa Chineke. And that means, Unkwa means that the promise of God is on your life. Hey! And Ike means that you have the power of God on your life. And no matter what you face with, what's the thing called, coronavirus, it can't take you out. It ain't gonna take you out. You got a promise on your life. God knew you was gonna be here for the next 60 years. I can't wait to see 60 years of Dominion TV, 70 years of Dominion TV, 90 years of Dominion TV. You think this little virus is about to take us out? No way. No way. So you run around here scared, everybody going like this. You get accustomed to that. You're going to be immune. You're going to be doing this. When the coronavirus is gone, then you're going to still be doing it. No. We're not going to do that. Some people, I do believe, take wisdom. You can't do it to everybody. Hug everybody, shake everybody's hand. But I'm telling you, for those who are part of your assembly, I'm telling you, I literally said to myself, the song Ike Chineke is the song for this. The Lord even told me to release it now. And I did not know why he told me to release it now, but I can't wait till it just, oh my God, I can't wait till Dominion TV just spread it out, because I said, God, I'm following your will. I'm only doing what you tell me to do. I have no agenda. I have no motives. I'm doing it on your schedule, not Michael Stuckey's schedule, because everybody wants you to pay for PR and do this big old campaign. But the Lord said, release Ike Chineke now. And I released it. And I know it is to remind us that the power of God is on your life. And guess what? You also have the promise of God is on your life. So when you can say, I decree and declare every word spoken to me. Then it goes on to say, do you believe it? Do you believe it? Every word that he's spoken to me. Ike Chineke, it's on you. I told God I'm going to get married here in Ghana. That's the future. I'm going to divide seed in the ground. I am literally, and I can declare it, Ghana is I love it. Out of all the African places, I love Kenya. I love going to Nigeria, but I don't like the loudness. It's too loud. I like calmness. I like quietness. You know, I like quietness. I like to have my little garden out there. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. Like, shh. I want peace, excuse me. I want peace, but Ghana, I'm moving here this year. I am moving to Ghana. They gave me 3-year visas, baby. I'm going to use that thing all the way up to the last minute. So I'm coming. I love Ghana. And I really wanted to just come here and sow seed and be a part of what God is doing here. This is a year of return. And everything that your forefathers have sowed, everything that your mom, your father, and your grandfather have sowed, you're about to reap here in this land for the year of return. Hey, I just want to let you know that you have no fear to worry about anything. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. You are an heir of salvation, purchased by God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. For this is your story, this is your song, praising our Savior all the day long. This is your story. Oh, this is your song, praising our Savior all the day long. And I decree and declare that every word that God has spoken to you, for you shall live and not die, and declare the word of the Lord. For this season you shall be the head and not the tail. You shall be above and never beneath. For your children will be able to reap what you have already prophesied into their life. For guess what? God is going to make a river in the desert, and He's going to make a road in the wilderness and a river in the desert for your life. For your latter shall be greater. I can't wait to see what God is going to do in your life. But guess what? Do not give in. Do not throw the towel. For the race is not given to the swift, but to the one that endured to the end. This is your minister, Michael Stuckey. Want to let you know that there is a purpose and a plan for your life. Don't give up, no matter what you see and what's around you. Do not give up. Today, God is doing a new thing in your life, and you shall reap if you faint not.